One of the hardest conversations a company can have when entering the online space is, what do I do when people talk about me online? There's a simple formula that you can follow to start having that conversation with your company and hopefully feel a lot more comfortable when entering the social media space. Think of these four separate categories. The first thing that might happen online is people say great things about you. That's really what you want. When people say good things about you, you should have a plan in terms of how to respond to them. Well, what also can happen is that people might say negative things about you. If that happens, you need to know what types of conversations you simply want to monitor and which ones deserve a response. Additionally, there may be certain conversations that need to be taken offline because they're sensitive, or the solution may not be something you want to offer in public. The next type of conversation you might find yourself having is with someone that has incorrect information about your company. Sometimes people don't know where they find their sources and they say things online that aren't always true. The easiest thing to do is understand how to monitor for those conversations and then when to respond, as well as knowing what resources to use to prove your point. You may need to point them back to your website or some other type of online property to show why their information is incorrect. The last type of conversation I like to think of is something I like to call the X factor. This is very specific or very unique to your industry. Think of healthcare with HIPAA. When you have these types of conversations taking place, you need to know when to monitor, when to respond publicly, when to take things offline, and when to point them to specific resources on your website. That's going to make a big difference in terms of handling the situation. If you have this type of conversation internally and use these four categories, you're going to find yourself in a lot better position when entering the online space.